First impressions matter. As Will Rogers once said, you never get a second chance to make one. That first moment of interaction sets the tone, and the key lies in creating intrigue without forced effort. When done right, you'll linger in their thoughts long after the conversation ends. If you're ready to change the way you connect, stay with me. I'm about to break down irresistible techniques that shift the dynamic in your favor. First, embrace humor. As Mark Twain said, nothing stands against the force of laughter. Humor isn't just about making someone smile. It dismantles social barriers, signals confidence, and showcases wit, traits people naturally gravitate toward. Making someone laugh isn't a minor detail. It's half the battle in building a connection. Next, master the art of playful teasing. This is about subtle push and pull, challenging them just enough to keep things engaging. It's never about being rude or condescending, but rather a lighthearted way of showing that you're not easily won over. It creates a dynamic that makes the interaction stand out. Avoid predictable compliments. Most people default to overused phrases like, "You're beautiful," or "Your smile is amazing," but these do little to create a meaningful connection. People don't just want to be flattered, they want to feel something real. When you withhold instant admiration, you subtly signal that your standards are high and that it takes more than just looks to gain your approval. This shift makes you more memorable. Now create a dynamic that sticks. A simple, playful remark like, "You and I probably wouldn't work out," isn't rejection. It's an invitation to engage. Instead of the typical pattern where one person pursues and the other evaluates, you establish a dynamic of mutual playfulness. While others tread carefully with their words, you confidently shape a conversation that's light, engaging, and full of effortless chemistry. The key is balance. Too much teasing, and you risk pushing too far, creating distance instead of attraction. But done right, this subtle back and forth keeps them intrigued, wondering if you're truly interested or simply enjoying the moment. This curiosity fuels attraction. Why does this work? Playful teasing creates a tension that keeps them engaged, a mix of interest and uncertainty that makes them want to figure you out. And when you blend this with humor, the impact deepens. The ability to make someone laugh, even in difficult moments, builds a bond of trust. Laughter signals emotional intelligence, resilience, and a sense of security, traits that leave a lasting impression. People feel safe with those they trust, especially when life gets tough. So use humor, cultivate connection, and watch how it transforms every interaction. Mirroring body language is a remarkably powerful yet often overlooked tool for building deep connections. It's not just about mimicking movements. It's about creating an unspoken bond that draws people in. Imagine engaging in a conversation, and without even realizing it, both of you begin to mirror each other's posture, leaning in as if moving to the same rhythm. This is the silent magic of mirroring at work. When done subtly, it fosters an almost magnetic pull between two people, making interactions feel effortless and natural. Oprah Winfrey once said, "If you want to connect, lean in." And she was right. Leaning in signals engagement, making the other person feel heard and understood. Even a slight head tilt combined with eye contact can communicate presence and genuine interest, reinforcing a sense of connection without a single word. On the other hand, breaking eye contact, glancing away, or looking over someone's head sends a very different message, one of detachment and disinterest. Scientific studies have revealed how micro-synchronizations, tiny, almost imperceptible movements like quick nods, slight changes in facial tension, or brief twitches, occur naturally between people who feel connected. These subtle gestures are processed by the brain as signs of closeness, even when we aren't consciously aware of them. It's as if our minds instinctively recognize, "This person understands me." And isn't that what we all seek? So, next time you find yourself in conversation, experiment with mirroring. Lean in when they do, nod when they nod, and subtly adjust your posture to reflect theirs. The key is subtlety. This isn't about imitation but natural synchronization. You'll be surprised at how quickly it strengthens connections and transforms the way people respond to you. Flip the script. Instead of following the usual pattern where you're the one seeking approval, create a dynamic where they feel the pull to impress you. People love a challenge, not one that pushes them away, but one that keeps them engaged, curious, and playfully uncertain. This isn't about being difficult, but about adding a spark of unpredictability that makes interactions more compelling. Are you the person who simply agrees and blends in, or do you introduce an element of playful resistance that makes them lean in? A simple line like, "My mom warned me about people like you, ones who completely take advantage of me," flips the roles instantly. It subtly frames the conversation as if they are the ones trying to win you over, shifting the dynamic in an effortlessly flirty way. It taps into the natural human desire for challenge and keeps the exchange light, engaging, and full of energy. The secret lies in timing. If they're passionately discussing their love for painting or cooking, instead of nodding along, try saying, "I'm not convinced. You'll have to prove it. Show me what you've got." This playful push-pull invites a fun challenge, making the conversation feel more dynamic. But the right moment is everything. This technique works best when the mood is light, when there's already laughter and warmth. Dropping a teasing challenge in the middle of a serious discussion can feel awkward or misplaced. The magic of chemistry lies in balancing tension and ease. If they don't quite know where things are going next, the interaction stays exciting. Saying something like, "I bet I could bake a better cake than you," during a conversation about baking subtly sets up a competition, making them feel the need to prove themselves. This keeps the energy flowing, turning a simple exchange into something they'll remember. Dr. Helen Fisher, an expert in love and attraction, has studied how playful competition fuels dopamine release, the brain's pleasure chemical. This natural high reinforces attraction, making interactions feel like an exhilarating game rather than a routine conversation. That's why teasing works so well. It creates a rhythm of highs and lows, sparking emotional engagement. The key? Balance. You're not trying to outshine or belittle them. Instead, you're displaying the confidence to engage without taking things too seriously. You're letting them know you can challenge them while keeping the mood fun and flirtatious. This back-and-forth dynamic keeps the tension alive, making you linger in their thoughts long after the conversation ends. Playfulness, unpredictability, and a hint of challenge, these are the elements that create irresistible chemistry. So next time you find yourself in a conversation about their passion, will you simply listen, or will you introduce a playful challenge that keeps them hooked? How will you strike the perfect balance between tension and fun to make the moment unforgettable? A single glance can hold more power than 1,000 words. Locking eyes for just a moment can create an unspoken connection that lingers far longer than any opening line. Eye contact is one of the most potent tools in your social arsenal. Once you understand how to control it, you'll see just how effortlessly it can build intrigue and attraction. People, especially women, are highly perceptive, often sensing interest before a word is even spoken. The eyes reveal everything: confidence, nervousness, curiosity, or hesitation. But the secret isn't just in looking, it's in how you look. Controlled eye contact is the key. Hold her gaze just long enough to signal interest, but not so long that it becomes intense or overbearing. Picture this. You're at the grocery store, scanning the aisle, and your eyes meet. You hold the gaze for a beat, anchor it with a slight, effortless smile, then look away. That small act speaks volumes. It's a silent invitation wrapped in intrigue. The real magic is in what happens next. That moment of connection sparks curiosity, and humans are naturally drawn to what isn't immediately available to them. A well-timed glance followed by subtle withdrawal creates just enough uncertainty to make someone wonder. It's not desperation, it's controlled presence. People are naturally intrigued by things that make them think, "Wait, what just happened?" When you break eye contact at the right moment, you leave them wanting more. Suddenly, a simple look turns into a mystery. Was that intentional? Were they interested? Or was it just a coincidence? That uncertainty lingers, making them more likely to think about you even after the moment has passed. This isn't just a theory. Behavioral psychology supports it. Research shows that eye contact triggers the brain's reward system, amplifying feelings of attraction and connection. Dr. Albert Mehrabian's studies suggest that up to 93% of communication is nonverbal, meaning your eyes often say more than your words ever could. The beauty of eye contact lies in its ability to create silent tension. It builds attraction without forcing anything. It's a dance, knowing when to look, when to smile, and when to pull away just enough to keep curiosity alive. The timing and rhythm of your gaze determine whether someone leans in or tunes out. Will Rogers once said, "You never get a second chance to make a first impression." And he was right. Mastering eye contact ensures that your first impression is one they won't forget. Sometimes, words aren't needed at all. A glance, a pause, and the right amount of mystery can create an electric pull. If you haven't considered the power of a single look before, now's the time. It might just be the most underrated skill you'll ever master. Push and pull is the ultimate strategy for creating intrigue, a balance between showing interest and pulling back just enough to keep things exciting. It's like a dance, one step forward, one step back, designed to spark curiosity and keep emotions engaged. The push is when you create a sense of playful distance, acting as if you're resisting the attraction. The pull is when you show warmth and interest again, drawing them back in. The key is keeping them guessing, adding an element of unpredictability that fuels attraction. Imagine saying, "You're dangerous, I might actually like you too much." Or, "You know you're making this difficult for me, right?" These playful statements create a dynamic tension, making the interaction feel spontaneous and engaging. Done right, push-pull isn't just a game. It taps into the way emotions work. When someone experiences a mix of excitement and playful frustration, their brain releases dopamine, the same chemical triggered by thrilling experiences. This emotional contrast keeps things interesting and makes interactions feel electric. People naturally respond to a bit of unpredictability because it keeps them on their toes, preventing conversations from becoming flat or predictable. Mastering this technique means knowing when to playfully tease and when to dial it back, keeping the emotional balance just right. For example, if they feel your interest at a steady level, adding a playful push, like teasing them for being too charming, lowers that level slightly, making them more invested in pulling you back in. Then, by shifting back to warmth and interest, you create an irresistible emotional flow. Mark Twain once said, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started," and the same applies here. The key to push-pull is initiating that emotional rhythm with confidence and care. Keep it fun, lighthearted, and never push too hard, or you risk seeming uninterested rather than intriguing. The power of this technique lies in the emotions it stirs, not as a form of manipulation, but as a way to make interactions naturally more engaging. So next time you're in a conversation, think about adding just a touch of push and pull, playfully stepping away, then drawing them back in with warmth. It's a skill that, once mastered, makes every interaction more dynamic and memorable. Just like the most captivating stories leave you hanging at the perfect moment, your conversations should do the same. When things are flowing, the laughter is natural and the connection feels strong. That's your cue. Not to extend the moment, but to end it deliberately. Instead of waiting for the conversation to naturally fizzle out, take control and exit while the energy is still high. A simple line like, "I hate to cut this short, but I have something I need to take care of. Let's pick this up soon," does more than just wrap things up. It keeps the door open for more. Psychology backs this up. People are wired to want what they can't fully have. Anticipation fuels desire, triggering dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical, making them more eager for the next interaction. You're not just ending a conversation, you're planting a seed of curiosity, making them wonder when and how the next moment will unfold. Mystery is magnetic, and by controlling the timing, you ensure that thoughts of you linger long after you've left. The key isn't just in disappearing, but in doing so at the right moment, on a high note, when they're fully engaged. As the old saying goes, always leave them wanting more. A simple touch holds extraordinary power. It's one of the most instinctive forms of communication, capable of conveying warmth, attraction, and even trust in a way words never could. Studies show that people interpret touch with up to 83% accuracy, making it a subtle yet incredibly effective tool for connection. Every touch carries energy. A light brush, a firm grip, a playful nudge, all send signals that shape the interaction. The key is to be intentional. One powerful approach is the 5 and 15 rule. Aim for 5 natural touches within a 15-minute conversation. This could be as effortless as a playful tap on the arm when laughing, or a light touch during a handshake. When done right, even the smallest touch enhances words, adding depth and meaning to every interaction. Then, there are the 3 H's of intimacy: hands, hips, and head. A casual touch on the hand while sharing a laugh instantly sparks connection. Guiding someone through a crowded space with a light touch on their lower back creates a moment of warmth and unspoken care. And the head, whether a friendly tap on the shoulder or a gentle brush of hair, is the most intimate territory of all, reserved for deeper connection. The key to mastering touch is subtlety. When done naturally, even the slightest contact can shift the energy between two people, making interactions feel effortlessly magnetic. But ultimately, this isn't about manipulation. It's about authentic connection, confidence, and understanding how to make someone feel genuinely valued. Attraction isn't just about words or techniques. It's about presence, intention, and the ability to create meaningful moments. And the most powerful tool of all? Authenticity. That's what truly makes you unforgettable. If you found these insights valuable, support the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.